In this video, you'll discover polyvagal theory and learn how it can change your life today. Understanding the science of emotions removes the shame and guilt. We'll explore the polyvagal ladder, fight, flight, and shutdown. You'll also learn about ocean breath, which is a great tool to help you extend your exhale and calm your nervous system.
So we're going to talk about polyvagal theory now. Dr. Stephen Porges wrote a paper in 1994. He's actually a psychologist and neuroscientist at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. And he wrote a paper called the polyvagal theory. And in that paper, he theorized that there is a neural network reaching from the brainstem to the tailbone. So here's a brain. This is the brainstem right here. And this brainstem actually is where your nervous system goes down your spinal cord all the way to your tailbone. And what he theorized is that there were three pathways that stem from the brainstem down. In a nutshell, what Dr. Porges was doing, and this is my own, this is what I call the science of emotion. If I open up the brain here, I'm going to show you that there are actually two brains. There's the emotional brain, which is like the amygdala, and then this is the prefrontal cortex. This is the thinking brain. This is the brain that does logic, mathematics, science. Deb Dana, another therapist, used the metaphor of a ladder to explain these three pathways going from the emotional brain, this is where we're triggered to sense danger or threat, and it goes down the spinal cord. At the top of the ladder, she would say, is the top rung is safety and connection. The middle rung is mobilization. That's fight or flight. And the bottom rung is immobilization, which is shutdown. So the polyvagal theory is shown in this example of a ladder so that we can understand that there is a sense of safety, calm, everything is good, we're balanced, we feel safe. And then the middle rung is where we go into fight or flight. We don't feel safe, we feel threatened. And the bottom rung being immobilization, where we feel shut down. And shutdown is kind of a sense of feeling numb, of feeling like you have no motivation and you have no strength. So you kind of hole up. I call it turtling. And for people who are really good at this, I call it super ninja turtling, because some of us can really go deep down inside where it's almost impossible for others to communicate with us. And why is this important? So it's important for two reasons. The polyvagal theory helps you understand how the brain, the emotional brain, is connected through the nervous system to your body. The nerves are sending out signals. When it's fight or flight, it's usually you feel some tightness in the chest. You can often feel like maybe hitting something or running away. So it's fight or flight, right? When you go into shutdown, the nerves go down that nervous system and they put you, often people feel it in their gut. They feel sick. They can feel numbed out. Numb is actually a feeling. So don't think numb is not feeling anything. Numb is a feeling. And so the mind is connected to the body. There really is no separation between the mind and the body. They are one. But the world often treats them as if they're completely separate entities. Why is it important to know that they're one? Because if we pay attention to what our body is telling us, our body is designed to signal us and flag us where we are at, so we know, what do I need to do next? If we don't know where we're at, we don't take a direction. If you find yourself in the middle of Timbuktu and you don't know that you're in the middle of Timbuktu, you won't try to get out of Timbuktu. You'll just sit there and be in Timbuktu. The goal is to know, oh my gosh, I'm aware. I'm in Timbuktu. I don't want to be here. How do I get out? So that awareness of mind and body is so important because they are connected and they tell us where we are at. Are we in a state of fight or flight? Are we in a state of shutdown? And what do we need to do next? That's the first reason. The second reason is this. This emotional brain is subconscious. That means that when it gets triggered and it sends these messages, they're automatic. It is not a conscious function. The conscious brain is not saying, you know what, I've decided to be shut down. I've decided to go numb. No, it is not that. The emotional brain on its own makes a decision. And it's usually split second, because when it senses danger, it just takes you to a place. And that could be fight or flight or shutdown. There's another state called freeze, which we will talk about in another video. But these states that we find ourselves in, they are not conscious. It means that you're not making a decision. It means that there is no shame and there is no guilt in finding yourself stuck in anxiety or stuck in depression, because it's not something you're consciously choosing. It's something your body is doing to protect you. It's an autonomic nervous system function for protection. But sometimes our bodies misread a situation, and sometimes they go offline and we get stuck. And that's true for all of us. So if you're listening today and you find yourself in one of these places, the goal around polyvagal theory is to know where you're at, to be kind and gentle to yourself, not shaming or guilting, because shame and guilt just makes everything worse. To honor those spots that you find yourself in, and then to help yourself get back to a safe and connected place. And that is why polyvagal theory is so important to understand and know. Now that we've learned about polyvagal theory, and we know that the goal is to go from dysregulation to regulation, Sarah's going to teach us another breathing technique like she did in a previous video. Sarah?
Put your hand up and pretend that it's a mirror you're trying to fog up. So breathe out like this. Now let's add an inhale to that. Did you feel that little catch in the back of your throat? That catch is your glottis, and we're trying to control that with ocean breath. Now let's try it with our mouth closed. It's a little easier to feel on the exhale. Now let's try a normal breath together, but add that ocean breath. Again, it's important to do through your nose, not your mouth, because it provides more resistance and it catches the dirty particles in the air and sends them to your stomach versus your lungs. But while you're trying to learn this, you can go back to that very first step and do the until you get that feeling. So let's do a regular breath with ocean breath together. Breathe in, breathe out. Please give it a big thumbs up and a like. We're trying to create content that really fits your needs and resonates with you. So please let us know with your comments and your likes. We'd love it if you subscribed and hung out with us more often. We have a whole playlist on anxiety, so make sure you check out all those videos too. Take care. Thanks for coming.